I'll be talking about that coming up.
All right, Matt, thank you. While the roads are looking a lot drier now, the earlier rain in the valleys made for some difficult road conditions in Utah County. By Tuesday night, the Utah Highway Patrol had already responded to 84 crashes. Drivers we spoke to were well aware of how dicey it could be.
Then it is kind of scary when you've got these big trucks that are flying by, like, you know, the weather doesn't affect them at all, blows you all over the place.
While Nephi is historically one of those trouble spots that we see on this drive south with mostly rain, it wasn't as bad this round. In Cache Valley, drivers face some difficulties
all over the country.
We want them to have a family that's loving, that can take care of them.
And we're looking for a loving family for these kiddos. We'll introduce you to two resilient brothers with big and fun personalities. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. It's time for a new Wednesday's Child in partnership with Raise the Future. These are stories of Utah children living in foster care in need of a loving home. And today you get to meet brothers Zachariah and Jeremiah.
If you give two boys two loaded game cards, a room like this holds endless possibilities.
Can we do this one?
It was at Nickelmania in West Jordan where we got to meet Zachariah and Jeremiah, two outgoing brothers who love video games.
I want to play this one.
Zachariah, who goes by Zach, is 10 years old and he loves racing games. He also loves school and excels with numbers. When he's not in the classroom, he loves playing on his tablet.
I have Solar Smash 2D.
He is very intelligent. He loves learning. He loves asking questions and just being curious about so many different things.
In our short time with Zach, it was obvious he's very independent and confident. But so is his little brother.
Jeremiah.
And how old are you?
5.5.
At just 5.5, Jeremiah is full of personality.
I'm always funny.
He says he loves the color pink, wants to be a vet, and someday own his very own bunny.
He's very kind. He loves getting to know new people. He's a little reserved at first, but then he just loves to come out of his shell and get to know people, and he loves animals and just being very caring to them.
Abby Muncie is a caseworker for the Utah Division of Child and Family Services. She's worked with the boys for the past few months. She says they entered foster care about 16 months ago, and trying to find them a placement together has been challenging.
We want them to have a family that's loving, that can take care of them, that they can have a long and successful life and not be bounced around so much.
While Zach and Jeremiah are resilient kids, they still feel the pain of living in foster care. They long for a mother or a father that will show them what it feels like to be loved.
They are treating me nice and lovely.
While these two boys don't always get along, they stick together and they look out for each other. Now they need someone to look out for them and give them the future that they deserve.
Yeah, can we play that again?
I had a lot of fun with these boys. They've got a lot of energy, so be ready to run around with them. To learn more about Zach and Jeremiah, please contact Raise the Future. We will share their information in this story on our website at KSL-TV.com. Just look for that Wednesday Child link on the right side of the page.
Utah's Magellans.
A day of remembrance for Tiny Tim's Toy Shop, saying goodbye to the man behind all of this.
And several inches of fresh snow in Logan Canyon today. I'll show you how people are taking advantage of that, what you need to know to stay safe.
If you're a baker or a restaurant, busy day before Thanksgiving Day.
KSL Live at 5 starts now.
A day of remembrance and emotion as family and friends say goodbye to the man behind Tiny Tim's Toy Shop.
In the past 28 years, Alton Thacker and his team has given away more than 1.7 million toy cars to kids across the world.
The specialist Dan Rascone joins us live from inside the toy shop in West Jordan. Dan, that shop's busy this time of year.
Yeah, it really is busy. Right now, it's a little quiet, and it's not as many people here, but just a short time ago, it was just buzzing with volunteers here. You can just see this amazing warehouse they have, and they're all making these cute little toy cars here, these wooden toy cars for tens of thousands of kids all across the world. Now, it was just yesterday morning when 89-year-old Alton C. Thacker passed away with his family by his side in 1996. He founded Tiny Tim's Foundation for Kids when he noticed how many children across the world did not have toys. Well, he started out in his garage, and now it's grown to this huge warehouse where dozens of volunteers come here 4 days a week to cut and sand and build tens of thousands of toy cars. Well, this year they are projected to build more than 115,000 cars. They call it customized mass production. Every car cut by hand from donated wood and assembled and painted. Emily Johnson, Alton's granddaughter, is now running the foundation.
And I'm going to miss him every day. I mean, not every grandpa does this, right? Where they have this incredible legacy from the time I was in high school. This is just what we did. It's how we spent Christmas. It's how we spent our time.
Now, as you can imagine, this is especially a busy time of year with the holidays. The foundation has delivered cars now to over 113 countries. But it's not just these wooden cars that they're building out here. They also do clothing and hygiene kits and other things like that. We're going to have more on that coming up at 6:30. Also more on remembering this great man. I'm Dan Rascone in West Jordan, live at 5.
Such a great legacy, Dan. Thank you. Right now, a domestic KSL-TV TV.
He was just the kindest, sweetest man, and I feel so blessed to be a part of that.
A day of remembrance in Tiny Tim's toy shop, saying goodbye to the man behind many years of memorable toys. Dan Rascone has that story coming up at 6:30.
You're watching KSL News at 6.
The man behind Tiny Tim's toy shop that has built hundreds of thousands of toy cars for children across the world has passed away.
Today, 89-year-old Alton Thacker is being remembered as an incredible, kind, and generous husband, father, grandfather, and friend. News specialist Dan Rascone visited his toy shop and has a reaction on his legacy.
Yes, a tender day inside Tiny Tim's toy shop here in West Jordan. You know, it was 28 years ago that Alton actually started his project inside his garage. Now take a look at the size of this warehouse here. All this wood cut down to be able to make these right here for children all across the world.
Tiny Tim's Toy Factory.
It looks like Santa's workshop, a warehouse in West Jordan where hundreds of volunteers.
This is where the baby cars are born.
Turn ordinary pieces of wood into little wooden toy cars.
We make sure that every car that comes out of here is perfect.
Each one hand-painted with a special unique design and color. The cars are then sent to kids across the world. The dreamer behind all of this, Alton Thacker, a Santa Claus man himself.
He grew the beard and wore the red shirt.
And he traveled to Mexico to deliver toys to children.
It's incredible what he did. I mean, he started just a few toys here and there because he wanted to help, and then other people came and, well, we want to help and we need toys, and it just grew. Grew from his garage 28 years ago to now a huge warehouse where this year they plan to make more than 115,000 toy cars. They also do clothing and blankets and hygiene kits. Emily Johnson, his granddaughter, now runs the Tiny Tim's Foundation for Kids. She says 89-year-old Alton passed away yesterday morning peacefully. And I'm going to miss him every day. I mean, not every grandpa does this, right? Where they have this incredible legacy from the time I was in high school. This is just what we did. It's how we spent Christmas. It's how we spent our time.
Lynn McClure and Wade Bender both say they've lost a dear friend.
Alton was a charismatic man, and I'm a better man because I knew and loved Alton Thacker. He had a gift for people and children. Probably the greatest man I've ever met except for my father-in-law.
But there is only one way to honor Alton. That is to get to work and build more cars.
It's every grandpa's and grandma's toy factory now as we make all these toys every year.
Since it was founded in 1996, they've delivered 1.7 million of these cars to over 113 different countries across the world. And right now they have over 100 different people that are volunteering regularly here to help out. In West Jordan, I'm Dan Rascone for KSL 5 News.
Thank you.
For the first time in this will prevail. Meanwhile, today was one of remembrance as family and friends mourn the man behind Tiny Tim's toy shop.
It's a loss felt far beyond our community. Over the last 28 years, Alton Thacker and his team have given 1.7 million toy cars to kids all around the world. This year, they're on track to assemble, paint, and deliver 115,000 cars. Thacker's granddaughter now runs the foundation, and volunteers hope to continue the legacy.
And I'm going to miss him every day. I mean, not every grandpa does this, right? Where they have this incredible legacy.
In addition to the cars, they also provide those in need clothing and blankets. Thacker was 89 years old. Here's another example of doing good.